Hello out there, all you DPC rebels. It's Dr. Shane back with another Friday 5-minute magic tip. Hope you guys have had a great week. We've been doing great at our DPC. Hope you guys are getting over the churn and doing things to improve your DPC. Looking forward to a great weekend. Got Thanksgiving coming up real soon. So got a little two-part series I want to do for you, one for today and one for tomorrow, next Friday, that is. Uh, all for residents and students. So any med students, residents contemplating DPC, interested in DPC, want to give you a little bit of tips, a few things to think about, because as we just got finished with the Mastermind 101 and then had several residents there thinking about DPC. And so there's a few things that always comes up. So I want to go over those two big issues. There's two big issues that always comes up with med students and residents. So welcome in today. Good to see you guys. So we're going to talk about trying to do DPC out of residency for today, two-part series. Today, mostly, there are two big issues we're going to talk about. You got debt, school debt. Everybody's worried about, well, I'm $200,000 in debt. I'm $300,000 in debt. How am I going to fix that? How am I going to get out of that debt? You all always have a big hospital system or some big corporate system waiting there, just tripping over themselves to give you a lot of money to come get chained up in their shackles, the golden handcuffs, as we call it. They'll give you the money, but they're going to work you like a dog. So they're always waiting for you. So you got this debt, and then you got startup. How do you do the startup? How do you make money when you start up? How you pay your bills when you start up? So you got the debt, and then you got startup costs and the money while you're starting up. So today I just want to hit the first part, the debt part, talking about budgeting and thinking about your home budget and your work budget, maybe some moonlighting type things where you can have some income as you're trying to get started. And then next week, next time we get together, we'll talk more about startup money, where to get money for startup, and how to be really budgeting and being smart about starting things up and some money to live off of. So today, budgeting. You're in debt. You're coming out of med school. You got this big debt. So how do you work on that? Um, so the first big step is budgeting. Budget, 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 budget. You need to figure out what your home budget is. Where's your home budget right now? As a med student, what does that budget look like? Where are your expenses going? Is it rent, car, uh, your cell phone, internet, all the stuff you're budgeting for, clothes, food? You need to make a budget, a simple budget on how to find where your overhead, your expenses are for your home. And then that may be different. You're a med student, maybe different. You're a resident, but you need to know where that budget is. So need to know where the pieces are you can cut out, trim down. Where can you get in your budget? The best way to attack that debt from med school is to continue to live like a resident. When you start making a salary, $60,000, whatever that salary is as a resident, $70,000, $50,000, you live off that budget, and you continue to live off that budget until you can get that debt paid off. If you have a spouse or significant other at home that's bringing in income, even better, live off their income and attack your debt from med school with any kind of income you can make, whether it's from residency, moonlighting, or other kind of income you can make. So set a budget, set a plan. Okay, if we pay $50,000 a year to my debt, we'll have it paid off in 5 years. If we pay 75,000, 80,000, as much as we can pay to my debt, it's gone in 3 to 5 years. And then start looking, if you're interested in DPC and you're in a residency, start looking at a work budget. What would your budget look like if you were doing DPC for starting out a residency? What your overhead would be, your expenses, your rent, all your expenses would be for that overhead. So start looking at that budget. There's some sample budgets on the DPC Alliance website. If you go to Wikipedia area there, the DPC University area, there's sample budgets. So there's places you can find online a sample home budget real easy. So I would begin to look at that and try to figure out your budget for home, That's critical. Where can you cut there in your budget? If you're going to start a practice, what would your budget look like? Start looking at that and begin to prepare for that so you can knock out debt. So next week we're going to talk about some startup money, where you find some startup help tips and loan money, several different ways. We're going to start thinking about that. So what I want you to think about is if you can start to kill that debt, work on your budget, so you live like nobody else right now, so later you can live like nobody else. That's what the saying is. So hit it hard now, start making changes, start making plans, and then you can basically work for yourself, not have to worry about working in the system. You can really work for your patients and work for yourself and not be tied down to a corporate system or hospital system. Thanks for being here with me. If you need to contact me, you can find me at drshane at dpcmagic.com, drshane at dpcmagic.com. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. So just reach out and we'll connect. And you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you back next weekend